This is Sims, and we are back with more The Man of Yoshiwara, Kikuya, and we are getting our ending, um, for Takao. I think. I mean, we're in the last chapter, so I think we finish this chapter and then we get our ending. I think that's how it works. Um, so we'll see. So a couple more parts anyway, and then we have to do our other ending. So hopefully we get the happy ending, so that it's easier to just go in and get the, you know, other ending. Anyway, so the days pass by. Well, hello. Well, well. There you go. Hey, I can't believe we're having such peaceful days like this. While the two of us snuggled in bed, Takao narrowed his eyes and looked at me. Up until now, haven't we been too busy? Wait, what? Hey, you might be right. Takao was finally approaching his retirement. We officially became husband and wife. It's kind of cute. Takao said that he hadn't worked as anything other than a gentleman of the night, but it seemed like he wouldn't have any problems working with me as a shipping agent. He could do anything flawlessly. My mother was also happy to have a man around. Just as Takao said, our days really were peaceful and happy. We worked hard together during the day, have meals together and sleep together. We hug without any sense of shame. We feel each other's warmth and exchange words of love. In my wildest dreams, I never would have thought that such happy days would come to me. Takao stared at me while quietly combing my hair. When he did that, I would sleep very peacefully. Oh, by the way, what is it? It's morning, but it seemed like the two of us might fall back to sleep together. A sweet, husky voice. My father said that he would come tomorrow. Something about a second youth. Hey, Spacey. Yes? This is a place that's full of happiness. Yes, it's a very warm place. As I said that, I was drawn closer to Takao's chest, and then we held each other tightly. Today is another day that I can wake up in the warmth of happiness. Good morning, Takao. Good morning, Spacey. Can't do his voice. We've just slowly fallen off with doing boy. I can't anymore. Like, I think I'm broken. My God. Takao was next to me. He was smiling only at me. While feeling that there was no greater happiness than this, we had our first kiss of the day. I thought it was because we had our first kiss. I'm like, that's bullshit. Of the day. Okay. Was that actually the... Wait a minute. Oh, so that was the super happy ending. Oh. Okay, so we already got... I thought when it said the last chapter, it literally meant... Okay, because I thought there were 14 chapters. Okay, I didn't realize there was only 13, but okay. Alright. So let's do our happy ending, and then we'll do our sequel date scenarios. So we should be able to get our happy ending. Those we should be able to do in one part. So, I mean, I don't know, maybe... Oh, we have to do chapter 13, I think. So let's start, and let's skip through this. So that's what we're supposed to do. I wish you could just click the regular ending. I guess we'll just pick the wrong answers. I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, wait, what did we... I'm just going to click... Okay, I'm going to click the ones that I think we chose the last time. I don't remember if I had the guide up at the end just to make sure we got enough points. What did I say? I think I had the guide up because I... Okay, I just want to see something. Okay, good. Okay, that's what I think it does. The last chapter, the cherry blossoms. Okay, so this is the... Now we're in the happy ending. It was Takao, Masakazu-san, and I. Masakazu-san is really hard to say. I have to... Masakazu-san. I have to stop and read it in my... Okay. While the three of us were heading to Kikuya, Takao seemed grumpy from beginning to end. Oh, what's the point of you coming? Takao asked with a sour look on his face. I thought I might be of help. But if you really don't like this, I can reconsider going with you. Well, it's not that I really don't want you to come. I know Iroha of Kikuya. Huh? What? I just did those. I don't even know whose voices any of those were. Surprised at Masakazu-san's remarks, Takao and I looked at each other. I, too, was a gentleman at Kikuya. And Iroha was the one attached to me. So Iroha was his, like, pupil, his assistant. He was a strange boy. I know it's supposed to be strange, but I was trying so hard to just make that a word. Stromgay? Stromgay. That doesn't. I'm trying to make it sound fancy, like Target. When you say Target instead of Target, you know. Oh, we're going to Target. Oh, that sounds fancy. And just take someone to Target. Anyway. He was a strange boy with an unusual appearance. Hey, shut up. He's actually kind of pretty. But armed with that beauty and alluring charm, he quickly rose to the top. You just called him strange and beautiful. Well. And now he's a manager. Ah, memories. His voice is, I don't know what the hell's happening. I don't care. Huh? And to think that you and Iroha were connected. And the fact that you took care of Iroha before is a different matter from the present situation. His obligation to you isn't going to mean a thing. I understand. That's not it. Masakazu-san put his hand into the inner pocket of his jacket. Then he pulled out a parcel. I'd like this young lady to hold on to this. Huh? Me? What is that? I really am suffering from illness. But it's not to the point where I can't work. I like to work. You could be a gentleman hoe on the mainland. There's probably a lot of wealthy old ladies who need a nice, handsome man.
I can't date the 20-year-old boys. I'd look crazy. But a nice 40, 45-year-old man, that's fine for Grandma Spacey.
Look, I got a while to hit before I hit like 70 or 80, okay? But God, not nearly long enough. Holy shit. My life just flashed before my eyes.
And I aged drastically.
Anyway. What? So, all the money you sent me, it's right there in that parcel. I'm sorry. I should have told you much earlier. I felt that this was my final connection to you. I'm sorry, I'm just being over dramatic for the sake of it. Miss, if you really love Takao, won't you take this and buy his freedom? But I never sent that much. No, you did. And this feeling alone is enough to make me happy. Did you add to it? Masakazu-san wouldn't confirm or deny anything. He just smiled gently. I wish we had a better voice for him, because he's starting to sound like the other guys, but like, whatever. Perhaps Masakazu-san came here with money to add to the amount that was missing. Takao's eyes shined. A small tear was stuck in his eye. Takao smiled to shake it off. That's the Takao I know well. The nobly strong and beautiful Takao. How generous of you. It goes to show that you're very highly valued, because you're my only son in this world. Well, yeah, because there's not a lot of boys being born, so I'm just saying. At least not on this island, but you go to the mainland and it's just like, men ahoy! It's like, why don't we just... I'm just saying, there's gotta be like something to kind of entice men to come to the island, you know? You just try to... I'm just saying, they could have found a better way than like Man-Whore Central, but far be it from me. I get to go to the man-whores, so whatever. There's no fool in the world that would just watch you become unhappy. Well then, miss, how about it? Can you do this for me? Masakazu-san looked at me again, kindly and warmly, with eyes much like Takao's. Yes, of course. I tried my best to hold back my voice that seemed like it would shake with joy. I also answered with a smile. I'm going to be together with the one who I love this much. There's no greater happiness anywhere. I looked up at Takao. The corners of his eyes were glistening. Is this really okay? I don't care about anyone else except Takao. Me too, Spacey. Aww, that's actually a nice CG. Then Takao held my body close to his. He hugged me tightly, and I was nestled in his hot, large chest. The heat transmitted throughout my whole body. Is it okay to be this happy? Is it bad to be happy? No way. I'm just so happy that it's terrifying. I wonder if it's okay to feel this good. Excited, Takao rubbed his forehead against me as he held me tightly. My entire body was being embraced and touched by Takao, so much that it hurt. I felt hot and painfully all the way to my chest. Takao, I love you, Spacey. Then we kissed each other deeply. I also felt scared. The more I thought about it, the more it made me feel like I was too happy and that this could all be a dream. I felt uneasy, but it wasn't a dream. This certain warmth that embraces me, this heat that takes my lips, everything, this is all reality. You're not gonna say it to me, and that you love me? Takao's bittersweet voice hit my ears. There's just no way that I could love anyone more than I love you. It's just impossible. Only Takao. I love only Takao. Like, that was like a fucking... Were we questioning this? Honestly, she was. The cherry blossoms that night looked so beautiful. I remembered what Takao had said one time. I want to see the cherry blossoms. From now on, Takao will be able to see the cherry blossoms with me as much as he desires. After that, buying his freedom proceeded without a hitch. Before the last cherry blossom petal fell, we became husband and wife. Spacey, look at that! What beautiful cherry blossoms. Aw. Okay, yeah, so I guess we'll do the sequel and the date scenario, because both endings only took like 10 minutes, so... Okay, I'm surprised. I really did think we would get a little bit longer to get the ending, even if this part was a little bit shorter, but, I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be short, because... I feel like in My Butler, the endings were a little bit longer, but they were also filled with a lot of bullshit, and you were like, what is the point of this? These are a little bit shorter, and they just make... You know what I mean? Like, they make a little more sense, because they're just like, oh, you had the whole story, now here's your little end. That's really all we need, but... So we'll see how long the sequel and the date scenario go, but I still think it's going to be under an hour part, but... The cherry tree in Yoshiwara. Someone is shaking my body, and my body is refusing to wake up. I opened my heavy eyelids. Sorry. The first thing I saw was Takao's apologetic face. And more than that, his voice was dark and sad. What happened? Probably because I was talking with a faded voice. He poured water from a pitcher and handed it to me. This type of concern was probably a relic from his time as a gentleman of the night. Thank you very much. Takao, you can't sleep. How much time passed since we got into bed? That's not clear. But from the fact that we could no longer see the moon from the window, I could guess that it had been a long time. A little. Hey, do you want to go see the cherry blossoms? They're not in bloom anywhere at this time, are they? I wonder what happened to them all of a sudden. And plus, look at the time. There's a place that we can go see them because it's this hour. This place you speak of, do you mean... You don't need to say anything more. As I imagined, he was talking about the cherry tree in Yoshiwara. Well, if it's decided, then why don't we go? But that's where women go to meet men. Isn't it a little strange to go there to see the cherry blossoms? It's alright, because I'll be by your side. The feeling that I didn't want to go spread through my chest. But the feeling to respond to Takao's request was large as well. As he pulled my arm, I quietly slipped out of the house. The place that we visited was Yoshiwara's red light district. And just as I thought. I was praying that it would be beyond my expectations, but I sighed because it was just as I imagined. And that's not the face you make when you're in the red light district. Come on, give me a smile. He pinched my cheeks and I put on a fake smile. Hey, you really can't lie, can you? Hey, you should enjoy yourself. Look around. Isn't it just gorgeous? Contrary to the splendid atmosphere, I felt really uneasy. Takao, let's go back now. Oh, what's wrong? We've just come to see the cherry blossoms, so there shouldn't be an issue, right? Takao said that with an indifferent tone of voice. The men in the red light district are gentlemen of the night, so the other people probably won't think anything of it. But weren't you the courtesan of Kikuya? Yes, we know this. Why are we asking? If someone here recognizes you... Okay, I get that. Like, weren't you really popular? People are going to recognize you. All I'm saying. I get why she's saying that. It makes sense. It would surely cause a commotion. Oh, what a beautiful man! That's true. Have you seen a man that beautiful before? Here and there, the number of women who turned their sights to Takao was increasing. Oh, when was that? I feel like I saw him at the courtesan's procession. Takao, let's go home. At this rate, we'll be noticed. You've already been noticed. I pulled on his sleeves, but... Well, especially because... Like... But outside Yoshiwara, right? Outside that little red light district area, they see men and they just wouldn't think anything of him. They'd still be like, oh my god, he's gorgeous. He must have been a whore once. Like, you know what I mean? Like... Yes, there are other men, but they seem like they're the retired courtesans, not like... Or, I'm sorry, you're just not attractive enough. But there's a shortage of men. Too bad. You know what I mean? That would kind of suck. That'd be rude. Could you imagine there's a shortage of men that they need to have these man harems, and then they're like, yeah, but you're not good enough for one. Man, that would suck. Anyway. What? It's fine. I'm not a gentleman of the night anymore. He slapped his hand on top of my head and stroked my head to calm me down. Even if an old acquaintance notices me, they won't approach me. Are you sure about that? My chest hurt. Because it just reminds me... Because I just imagine it. This is where Takao seduced and held so many women. He didn't really seduce them. They went there willingly, but... No, but that's all in the past. But could you imagine, though, you're standing out there hanging out and someone... Oh! Are you back? Oh my god, I miss the nights you used to make love to me. And you're like... Awkward. It's my husband. It's awkward. I mean, you usually know when you get married to someone that they've probably slept with other people, but do you know how fucking weird it would be? Not just like, oh, this is an ex-girlfriend or something. Like, you know in your head he had sex with them. But it'd be really weird if they came up and be like, oh my god, I just remember how good you were. And they just started talking about that. Like, nobody says that in normal company. Like, oh, remember how often we used to fuck? But like, you're married to what you know. So it would just be a little more awkward. You're like, I know what you do for a living. So like, you've seduced more women than most people do when they're just dating, you know? So it's kind of like, awkward. Be fucking awkward. Especially because women would just come up, oh yeah, oh, we used to see each other. They'd be like, oh my god, like, can I buy you now? They'd be treating him like a courtesan. You know what I mean? So, anyway. But even if it is in the past, would women really stay silent in front of a man this beautiful? No, we've already heard that. Even if someone tried to approach me, I'm fine to refuse them by saying I'm Spacey's partner. No, you're my husband. I own you. Property. Shh. Yes, I guess so, but if that happens, you're gonna back me up, right? Huh? Takao closed-winked his eye? You don't closed wink your eye. I mean, when you wink your eye, you close one eye. That's how it works, but anyway. Takao winked his eye and began to laugh with gusto. You don't think we might have to take effective measures to drive them away? I gradually began to understand what Takao was talking about. I don't think so. You're no fun. Once he said that, he turned his gaze towards the cherry tree. What are you screaming at? Why are you screaming? Why are you shrieking? You're starting to worry me. You no shriek at me. Anyway. Ooh! Oh my god, I'm sorry. I was looking at my bird trying to figure out why he's shrieking, and I missed this. Wow, that one's pretty too. He looked up at the pink scenery. There was something nostalgic about his profile, and seeing it made me worry. I worried that he might want to return to Kikuya. Takao? Hey, Spacey. I'm free, you know. Yes. It's great to be free. I worried he might want to return to a life of slavery. Although, I mean, you were just getting to seduce ladies, so I mean, I could have enjoyed that more. Hey! Stop! Stop it. I am not in the mood. Not in the mood for your shrieking. I don't like it. It's not nice. Nice birdies don't shriek like that. You can play with your toys without shrieking. You can play nice. You know how to chirp nice. Stop. It's great to be free. Takao smiled, showing his white teeth. Seeing his face, the multiple worries that I previously held all disappeared in an instant. This person's smile had free reign over my heart, and me as well. Knowing that, I let myself be manipulated by Takao. When I come here and look up, it makes me feel nostalgic. Yeah, it does. I'll never look at these cherry blossoms from that room again. It really is nostalgic. Do you want to return to that room? Like I would ever do such a thing. I know that. You don't need to put on a show. His throat trembled as he laughed. Takao laughed like that in the middle of the street in the red light district. He laughed with so much joy. That alone was enough to spread this joy to my heart. It's penetrating. And so, you were looking up this cherry blossom like this. Yes. Which one is most beautiful? Well, and that would be Spacey right next to me. Again, saying things like that. We like it. Although it made me embarrassed. To be honest, I couldn't help but feel happy. To mask my embarrassment, I looked up at the cherry blossoms again. Just then, he gently wrapped both hands around my cheeks. Takao? The storefront was illuminated by many lanterns. Takao's eyes shined beautifully, and in those clear eyes I saw myself. Oh, we've come to Yoshiwara. A kiss isn't a big deal, right? He then calmly wrapped his hands around my hips. He came close to pick my body up. But in public? Is there some sort of problem? I feel like there might be quite a lot. I felt his gaze. I heard a shy, enviable voice. Enviable voice, wow. You know what it was? I was itching my eyes, so my wasn't. I was looking at the I was like leaning over to itch my eye and I saw the viable and I was like I was reading with an I instead of enviable. Wow. Okay, don't itch eyes when trying to read words. Anyway, enviable voice, wow. But and don't worry about such small things. Because the only thing in your view is my face. It was just as Takao said. Takao scooped up my chin, and in response, I grabbed his collar and stood on my toes. At this moment, it's like we're both in our room. When I gave a small nod, Takao's familiar lips touched me. First, our lips gently laid upon each other's. Then that action slowly intensified. It began to feel like the two of us were really in that room in Kikuya. Takao's tongue spread my lips and entered my mouth. Just then... When I opened my eyes met Takao's. It sounded like he heard the dry cough too. I forgot that I was being watched. Pay no mind to that. Before I replied, Takao's lips that once separated from mine were coming right back towards me. I wasn't sure if it was okay to accept him. Then I heard it again. And just what is it that you're doing in a public place? And then a scolding voice. He is so glorious. I just love the way he stands. Don't know why. Iroha-san! I pushed Takao's body away and turned my face to the side. Good evening, miss. He looks a little more angry. He looked down on me with cold eyes, making me recoil. Oh boy, he's angry. Really angry. You don't own this sidewalk. Iroha, what are you doing here? There was a report of some suspicious people in front of Kikuya. Suspicious? How rude. Which scoundrel said that? Actually, it's the attendant that I've trained at Kikuya myself. Is there a problem with that? Don't get angry like that. But it makes me want to get angry. Kissing in front of the store is an obstruction to my business. I'm sorry. Even after bowing my head, I could feel Iroha-san's piercing gaze. Don't get angry at Spacey. Because I forced her to come with me, you know? I know that even without you saying it. Iroha-san snapped at Takao and came closer to him. So, do you want to return to your post? He dropped a bomb. No, not at all! I'm bringing my woman with me and you're asking if I want to return to my post? Don't be silly. It's a joke. And that joke doesn't sound like a joke to me. Pardon me. It's just that this is the first time that I've seen a gentleman of the night happy like this. It's okay. Your turn will be next and we'll make you happy too. Takao and I both widened our eyes after hearing Iroha-san's words. But, so what do you think it's going to be like when you marry Iroha-san, right? Because, like, are you just going to be, like, the madam of the brothel now? Because, I mean, like, it's not like he entertains clients. He just keeps the men in check. So, like, you're like, oh, my husband runs this brothel and I just live here now. Like, That could be kind of fun. I kinda hope that's the way it works out. Takao and I both widened our eyes after hearing Iroha-san's words. Is that so? Yeah, everyone has walked their own unhappy path in their own way. Why do you know so much about it? Well, I guess it's just something I worry about. You normally have such a scary face, but you're actually pretty kind. And don't put me in the same category as selfish people like you, who does as they please. Enough with the lecture. Spacey, why don't we head back? At this rate, we're not going to enjoy the cherry blossoms. Takao, you don't have to say it like that. The fact is that we caused a nuisance. I kept those words in my mind, took his hand and began walking. Well, the next time we come to look at the cherry blossoms, we'll stop by and say hello. No, please don't do that. That instant rejection stopped Takao in his tracks. And not only the cherry blossoms, please don't set foot in Yoshiwara. I don't think so. I'll do as I please. It's people like you. If I could stop him, I would. Could you please put a leash on him? I think I have one that's just the right length. Let's see. Now, where did I put that? You're kidding, right? No, I'm serious. I abide by the rules of Kikuya, and by extension, the rules of Yoshiwara. I'll not overlook conduct that disturbs those rules. It's not like I'm going to try to mess things up so easily for you guys. Iroha-san seemed to acknowledge those words. Hearing these words, Iroha-san, in a not altogether bad fashion, laughed out through his nose. Well, it's amusing to see you two who are happy. But I don't think that anything too good will come out of coming back and forth to this place. Well, I'll be the judge of that. As it is, this place is where I grew up. And it's also the place where I met the woman that I love. So he said. Takao-san laughed in a way that seemed truly happy. The big smile of his. Both Takao and I couldn't help but relax our cheeks. That's the kind of person he is. He has the ability to influence people. He's a strong, powerful person who's filled to the brim with life force. Well then, I'll return to the shop. Best wishes to you. Iroha-san turned on his heel and returned to the shop, and to his turn back, Takao politely bowed. The many things around me I will value and love, and I will live on to my heart's content. I fell in love with everything about this person. Shall we head back to our home? Yes. The end. Yeah, so like the date scenarios are about as long, well the sequel anyway, as like in prior games, like about the 20-ish minutes. But the chapter endings are a little bit shorter because those were at least 20 minutes. Maybe it was just because I spent half the time ranting about like why when we were playing my butler because that was just bullshit. And these ones just like this one's just not bad. There's awkwardness in the translation sometimes. And like typos and shit. Like I expect typos and shit. There is awkwardness though. Like you're like, that sounds weird, but okay. And she's not the great, but she's not so far, she's irritating and she's got her stupid moments where you're like, girl, I'm just gonna slap you. But she's not as bad, I feel like. I feel like she's the pretty standard MC. You know, where, oh no, I'm embarrassed. Oh, but like, she shouldn't quite be so embarrassed about kissing her man or being around him as much. Or he says things, oh my god, he says nice things to me. Don't get so embarrassed about them, but it's not, I guess, as bad as I was expecting. It's the standard irritant level where you're like, oh, stop, you know? But it's not like, I will kill you! It's just the game as a whole, I think. So far, we've only done one route, and we're not finished with it, obviously, we got this to go, but date the kiss. Or is it date the kiss? Okay. Spacey, I could hear a whispering voice off somewhere in the distance, but I'm still really sleepy. Can't respond to that voice. Why does he always wake us up? Like, learn how to sleep through the night. He's like, I don't sleep through the night. I'm usually awake, wooing women. While you were sleeping, I was boning some other lady. That's just how it works. That would have been horrible. He would overwork the poor thing. Good lord. Hey, you look like you're sleeping comfortably. I feel bad to wake you up. I hear a snicker, and I reacted a little to that voice. Slowly, I began to awake from my slumber. But at this rate, you probably won't wake up. As he said those words, I felt something warm touch my cheek. Did that wake you up? I heard a smooching sound as he sucked my skin and released. I hope he's not sucking your cheek. That's weird. And that continued many, many times. Oh, and now you're pretending to sleep. What are you doing? When I fluttered my eyes open, before me was Takao's face, gloating over me. It's called a kiss. You know quite well, don't you? I know that... As if to interrupt what I was saying, he gently bit my bottom lip. And just when I thought he had let go, he then immediately began to lick my lips with his smooth tongue. And seeing your sleeping face really lights my fire. What are you talking about so early in the morning? Also, yeah, you're sleeping and it turns me on. Could you just simmer it down a little? Jesus. He held me close. Takao's legs spread my legs apart and went in between mine. Oh, dear God. I mean, I know that's not what it meant, but it's still like, oh, we're getting a little too close to getting a little inappropriate. You say that, but this is what you were hoping for, no? I was not. Come on, get away from me. And to be staring at me as I'm waking up. It's really embarrassing. What's wrong? Don't turn your face away. He grabbed my jaw and our gazes locked. My face is still half asleep. And I think you have a case of bedhead. Takao widely opened beautiful eyes and then laughed out loud. We've been living together every single day, and so I've been used to this for quite some time. Oh, wait, was that me saying that? I was reading it as him. Log. What? Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Shit. I was trying to click log. Was I the one saying that? Oh, no, it was him. I thought, but then it's just... Oh, okay. And then this... I see, however. Takao stared at my face some more. I'm supposed to be seeing you like this. I'm supposed to be used to seeing... I don't know. Whatever. I just read that totally wrong and I don't even... Tirelessly thinking that you're cute every day could be the weakness of falling in love. What bliss, Spacey. Yes. Once he says it like that, there's nothing that I can do. I'm just so happy and I love him so much. It makes my heart feel so tight. That's right. Like Takao, I'll never get tired of this. A fearless smile came across Takao's face and his tongue crawled its way to my neck. Occasionally he would make sucking sounds and the embarrassment of this made my body recoil. It'd only be embarrassing if your mom was like, could you keep it down? It's better to suck your skin in the morning. Is that so? If I didn't shut my eyes tight, I wouldn't be able to have a real conversation with Takao. When I thought about his alluring eyes looking at me, I just wanted to die of embarrassment. And at the same time, I could die from joy. Oh, but could it be because this is morning instead of night? Hey, you're acting so shy. Hey, you're terrible. Takao said that while giving his usual laugh. If you know that, then please stop. You don't like it, do you? Takao did not stop like I asked him to. With that wild abandon reminiscent of a cat, he teased me as he indulged me. Just then, the sliding door opened with a psh sound. Oh my God. Mom! This is it's okay. This is where you get embarrassed. Because your mom just walked in. Just how long are you going to sleep until? And just as Takao had straddled himself on top of me, Mother! It was quite surprising. Without thinking, I strongly pushed Takao's body. But Takao's body didn't budge an inch. Moreover, Takao turned to my mother without a care in the world. I'd appreciate it if you could call from outside. I did, many times. It seemed like you didn't notice at all, so I came in like this. My mother said that as if nothing had happened. But if she was calling out, then that means... Just how long had she been listening to us? Well, Mom. The more I thought about it, the more my face became hot with shame. Takao, you idiot! I threw a pillow in Takao's face. Ow! What are you trying to do by bashing my face up? I didn't bash anything. Now get out of the way. Yes, all right. With a reluctant look, Takao then got off from on top of me. I hurried to fix my ruffled pajamas. Come when you're ready to go out. Did something happen? It's from Masakazu-san. Yeah. We got a request to deliver this item. From my father? Why do we have to go? Can't you understand a parent's feelings? Well, the parcel is ready, so hurry up and get ready. All right. Oh, it's been quite a while since we've been back to the mainland. I clutched Takao's arm and walked with him so that he wouldn't stray away. Oh, it looks like there's some good tasting food over there. Yeah, that's true. Takao, where are you going? With a joyful face, Takao rapidly moved forward. The restaurant that he mentioned before was totally in the opposite direction. No, I thought that grilled squid over there looked tasty too. What do you think? It smells good, right? Yeah, it does. After that, we went back and forth from here to there. Takao showed absolutely no signs of settling down. Because there were a lot of people, I held onto his arm. But I didn't expect that I would be the person to stop him from wandering around by himself. Takao, please wait. Gasping for air, I pulled Takao's arm. Oh, sorry. It looks like I got wrapped up in all the fun and moved around a little too freely. I guess it's all right. But Takao, do you really like the mainland that much? His eyes were glimmering like a child as he tried to take everything in. And that's what it looked like. I guess you could say I like it. Oh well, probably because it's a curious place. I don't know when I'll be back here, so isn't it all right to enjoy it to the fullest extent? As he laughed, he scratched his head as though he was embarrassed. I'd like to see you be free, Takao. But for the time being, we need to deliver this item. Oh yeah, that's right. If we're too slow, we won't be able to go back home. Shall we go? I wonder if my father's home at home. My mother took care of everything and has already contacted him. This time he walked slowly to match my pace. Thank you for coming. Ka-chik. Excuse me, sorry to bother you like this. When we came to deliver the package, Masakazu-san looked discouraged. It was too easy to tell. No, it's rare to have guests over. I'm glad, really I am. That's so not the voice I just gave him like in the part like 2 minutes ago, but anyway. Takao quickly began to drink the tea that was put out. There's a bit of a shock somewhere in his face. It's a bit suspicious that you specifically asked us to meet here, you know. No, I really am glad. Well, I think I can guess why you're acting like this. Am I right? I guess so. I was hoping that Spacey-san's mother would come. Masakazu-san said that while sitting deeply in his chair. Just as I thought. I have a job, so I can't go there easily. But I thought that she might come if it was for a job. I see. I'm sorry that it was us who came instead. No, I'm very glad that I could see my dear son. So you don't need to say something like that. But I'm not lying. Well. You shouldn't say mean things like that either, Takao. I stroked Takao's dissatisfied face and then turned to Masakazu. About my mother. It seems that she's worried about you, Masakazu-san. Huh? What do you mean? Perhaps she thought it was embarrassing for you to come and see your son. And that's why I think she purposely sent us out on this errand. I see. Which means that your only choice is to muster up the courage and come see her. This is really fucking weird. This is my husband, and this is my mom and my stepdad. Oh, and that's his dad and stepmom. Yeah, we're like step-siblings. We got married first, though. Still weird, but... But... that's not an easy thing to do. It's pretty difficult. Huh. So you're just gonna give up? Masakazu-san shook his head vigorously, like we're losing Takao's voice, just becoming what the fuck ever. I don't even know what happened. I thought that we'd never be able to see each other again, so I don't want to lose this chance. Well, then you have to start by seeing her. Huh. I would never imagine there'd be a day when I'm rooted on in my love. Okay, wow, that makes more sense. I just couldn't read that. Anyway, in my love life by my own son. It just irritates me to see you all gloomy. Well, couldn't it be better create an opportunity. That's right. I think that's a great idea. So, what could be a reason for her to come and see me? Oh dear, look. You don't get her to come see you. You have to go to her yourself. Oh, I see. Oh, I guess I can't get rid of old habits from when I was a gentleman of the night. He then placed his hand on his chin and began to ponder seriously. Are you really a top seller at Kikuya? Takao-san muttered this quietly next to me. It certainly cast some doubts. He was acting unsteady, like it was his first love. He seemed so innocent, like he didn't know the taste of a woman's lips. Then Masakazu-san's gaze stopped on me. I have a good idea. Huh? If I have a grandson, then I can make the excuse that I have to come see him, right? Or a granddaughter. Let's not be sexist. Even if you say right, that puts me in a tough spot. Yeah, really. Also, first of all, it's not my responsibility if it's not a boy, but also, we have to just sell our children, so I don't want to do that. I mean, a really tough spot. And it's not like I could just make one that easily. I'm not so sure about that. I mean, you can. You just have to do a lot of practice with your husband, and that sounds like the fun part of it, not the getting pregnant part, but the practicing sounds fun. I don't know when that would happen, but you should do your best to see her on your own. Slam. It was the sound of the door being locked. No way! Masakazu-san! Masakazu-san! Ka-chick, ka-chick. Cruelly, the doorknob would only turn about halfway, but it wouldn't budge any more than that. Did he slam the door in our face or did he lock us in? It seemed that we were locked in. With Takao, just the two of us. Is he gonna lock us in here till I get pregnant? Dude, we're gonna be here for a while. Oh, what a sore loser. Standing behind me, Takao quickly placed his hand on the door, and his other free hand was wrapped around my waist. Takao? Well, I like you, Takao. And I do want a child someday. A child between me and you, Spacey, would be pretty cute. Yeah, but we can't do that here. With one arm, Takao lifted my body. Takao, I already told you! Jesus. He's just a horny bastard. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna fuck you in my dad's house. I mean, okay. So you just be like, so I did it! I think she's pregnant. Like, what's he gonna do? Hold me here for months? Like, yeah, we just had sex. I'm absolutely certain I'm pregnant. Like, nope, you don't. It's gonna take a while before you know. I mean, Jesus. Anyway. I know. What? It would be meaningless to kick my legs about in protest. While still lifting me, Takao carried me over to the sofa, and then he sat me down. Takao rolled onto the sofa and laid down, then put his head on top of my thighs. Huh? Takao glanced upward at me. I won't do anything. Huh? Like I said, I won't do anything. Oh, I see. That's good, she wanted him to. If you're gonna be that relieved. Takao extended his fingers and squished my lips between his fingers. What are you doing? You're gonna make me feel like doing it. Huh? Indeed, having a stage set up for us, it does put me in the mood. Everything puts you in the mood. I mean, that's, again, you were a top earner, right? You're used to being turned on all the time, so. And by my real father? Jeez, just what is he thinking? The part of you that says ridiculous things is similar to him. I'm not that reckless of a human being. Oh, he's precious. Takao closed his eyes in a sulking manner. The art's really nice in this one. A childlike innocence and a man's fearless look. Takao's charm lies in that odd pairing. If we have a child, I hope it's like you, Takao. I opened my eyes and was perplexed by his questioning gaze. I'm sorry. I didn't really mean anything by that. On that island, what kind of fate will a man follow? Takao knew this personally. Realizing that, I made a thoughtless remark. I rushed to apologize. It doesn't really matter. If it's you, you're not going to sell him to the red light district, right? Of course! If it'll be hard to live on the island, then we can move to the mainland. Yeah, I guess so. You see, that's basically it. They sell their children. I mean, you think about it, like, no, we're perfectly happy. Like, wait, I could sell him for how much money? take him. Woo! You know what I'm saying? Like, it's probably a lot of money because they need the menfolk, and so they're willing to make big offers, and that's probably why people sell their kids. I mean, think about it. What if you were just having fun in the man whore island? You're like, yeah, having fun, love it, and then you got pregnant. You're like, fuck, better be a boy. Because then if it's a boy, you're like, sweet, I can sell it and get a fucked. It's horrifying. Well, and then you're stuck if it's a girl. Anyway. Yeah, I guess so. Well, if we do that, at least my father will be happy. Yes, that's right. I still want it to be just the two of us. He put out his hand and touched my cheek. He's like, I don't want kids. I just want you. Thank you. Okay, where are you in my real life? Like, everybody wants kids. Like, Sheena Amanda doesn't want kids. That warmth. I too want to cherish our time together for the time being. I don't want to let anyone interrupt my time with you. I'm sorry, but it doesn't look like he'll be meeting our child anytime soon. I'm also still okay, because I don't have enough time with you, Takao. Also, I don't think there's birth control, so you're just gonna get pregnant when you get pregnant. Like, Takao nodded, closed his eyes, and then puckered his lips. I mean, maybe there is, I don't know. Look, I wasn't around back in the day. I knew that's a signal to kiss him. I pressed what he wanted onto those lips of his. Yeah, well, there you go. Our first CG. Oh! Hold on, so if you, like... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry. Okay, hold on. Okay, so it doesn't, like... Okay, there we go. So it doesn't, like, flip through them. So you have to, like, click on them. I was hoping it would, like, flip through them. Is there only, like, one version? I thought this one had a couple. But maybe not. I think it's so funny. It's just, like, her freaking, like, 50s hair. It's not the way her hair really is, but... Also, her ear sticking out here is, like, awkward, but... This is weird, because this one doesn't have the, like, zoomed-out version. That one's nice, but good lord, you're showing a lot of thigh. You're probably showing some butt cheek there, buddy. Spacey's inappropriate. You know, she's not actually like, again, so it just every single time I see an MC done with big eyes that aren't stupid as fuck, I appreciate it. I do not appreciate her jellyfish hair, because, like, what the fuck is with these short all around? I understand, like, the short things in the front, but why does it go all the way around? Who the fuck has hair like that? Like, the top layer of my hair I want to be like a bob, but underneath I want it to be longer. The fuck? I hate it, and I hate that they do that. But, yeah, like, hi. Hello. I'm just letting you linger on that one a little bit longer than that one's actually cute. Yeah, I don't... I mean, okay, so this version of it doesn't look as bad because it's slightly longer, and then it's like, okay, so it'd be like layers, but still, the rest of her hair should kind of end like here then, you know, and not be like super 8 foot long. You know, it's probably way past her ass, but this is too, you know what I mean? Like, if the layers kind of ended here, or even like here, like, I don't know, but like, that would be a little bit, or like a little more layers, like, I would be okay, but I'm not okay with, like, how awkward they make their hair. Oh, they separate CGs. That's what they do. Okay. Yeah, that one is, like, freaking gorgeous. Like, it's just pretty, even with, like, the glowy petals and the moon and everything. Just sleeping in her lap. I do like her skirt. It's kind of cute. It's a cute high-waisted skirt. I think I have a skirt like that. It does look precious there, too. But, like, I think we'll end on this one. Because it's just, you know, just him. Not even our lap, nothing. But yeah, so, that was Takao's route. So we will start our new route in the next part. So everyone so far has said Tokiwa, so we'll do his next. Yeah. I think I do want to do... What the hell, the little obnoxious kid? We'll do Tokiwa, because that's what you guys wanted, so we'll do him next. But I think we'll do that kid afterward, because I kind of want to get him over with. He might have a great route, but he's the one that's just like, eh. And then, like, maybe we'll kind of just follow the order that it is in the thing. Unless you guys want to see other things. But, I don't think we can do the one guy until last, because we haven't even met him yet, but he's supposed to be her childhood friend. That must have gotten sold to whatever. I'm thinking that he's supposed to be last for a reason, but him or the Iroha-san part 2, I don't know. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, if there's other guys you want to see after Tokiwa, just leave it below. I'll make a decision. But if you want to see anyone else, let me know. We'll do whatever you guys suggest, unless you don't suggest anything. But Tokiwa will be starting, well, not tomorrow, but you know, technically the day after. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.